Oh my god, it
Cookbook
really is.
underscore SSBM.
Said yo.
Hey, what's up?
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said relaxin', farmin'.
Nice. I just realized I have to kill this guy 40 times. I thought it was just gonna be 8, but I may be putting it on hold for a minute. I mean, I'm still sticking around, but I'm probably gonna go do monoliths or something for a bit.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said yes siege golem prophecies lol.
I just got to end game, so I'm still figuring out which ones are good.
I cannot do that.
I don't really have a plan for monoliths other than just do the highest, I forget what the XP is called, but for repairing them, I just am blindly doing the one with the most. This stuff, the stability.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
What class are you playing right now?
I cannot do that. I cannot.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
I cannot do
Said
that.
beast master.
Nice.
I cannot do that.
I played one of the last cycles for a while and got a falconer to end game, but didn't play it hardly after. And I had a beastmaster I think that I started recently, but didn't play it for very long. For some reason, I felt the need to play a sword and board like tanky class, even though it's obviously not one of the best at the moment. I am looking forward to the supposed.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said for non-empowered monos you wanna take the top path through Black Sun, ending the storm, Reign of Dragons.
Oh, sick. Okay. I don't know if I can look at that map while I'm in this match, but or in this raid or whatever,
I cannot do that.
but I'll look when I get out. That's like the different time islands or whatever, right?
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said you can with M.
Cookbook
Oh,
underscore
cool.
SSBM.
Said yeah.
So when I complete this one, I can choose which way to go. And you're saying go this one, Black Sun?
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said just don't die.
Fair enough. Oh no, definitely. Well, guess I'm redoing that run. Was just not paying attention and ported out.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said LOL.
I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said Alg.
Alright, I'm back. Is there any of these that I should be, like, focusing on, do you think? For the monoliths? Like, other than just the most experienced ones?
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said basically just highest area level / shortest path to the LVL 90s.
Okay. Have you done any, I think it's arenas? I was looking at the ladder stuff, and I think it's like the two options were arena and level.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said arenas are very old content and aren't worth doing except for EPing with optimized builds.
Okay. So just go corruption. Or as high as I can for corruption.
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said until you get to empowereds you wanna ignore corruption pretty much.
Okay. Sorry for the billion questions, but also I was kind of wondering,
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said then go as high as you can without it slowing you down or killing you often.
yeah, kind of get like I've played a lot of other RPGs or ARPGs, kind of like uh the Diablo difficulty where you get that good XP without trying too hard.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
If you don't mind, what's the or the with the bonus stability, is that worth doing, or should I just fly through these as fast as I can and then not bother farming?
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I can. Cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said kill enemies on the way but don't stick around for it.
Okay. Thanks.
I cannot do that.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said time spent just building up bonus stab is time you could spend doing a mono objective and building up bonus stab.
I didn't know you meant by stab. I just click stability.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said LOL.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said also the further away from the origin of the monolith the more stability you get per echo.
Okay. I'm guessing this is like, I think I beat these ones maybe? Oh no, I haven't accessed them yet, so that's why they're grayed out. Okay. Why can't... Oh, I don't have this one yet. Okay, my bad. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Nemesis. It's been a long time since I've seen one, but uh, I'm working on empowering a best in slot boots. So, just on the build that I'm working on. It's another guy's build online.
I cannot do that.
Oh shit.
I cannot do that.
I really need to get some movement speed, so I don't remember if those boots had it, but it would be really nice.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said there's only one pair of unique boots that don't have a good amount of MS so they should.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said I'm currently working on finishing an Uber geared legacy char.
When you said Uber, I'm guessing you don't literally mean Uber. Like, I just thought of Diablo when you said that. What makes it legacy? Oh, my bad. Yeah, like from the last season or something. Nice. What class is that one?
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said it's my beast master, I basically only play this one build lol.
Oh, okay.
2k hours across 3 characters on it.
Nice. I for better or worse, when I played Diablo 4, I played a bear or just a druid. It was like a lightning druid basically. And I do like druid classes a lot, so like I guess he's similar. The ritualist, or what's he called? The actual base class.
I cannot do that.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said took it to 1k corruption in beta and 1.0 and now up to 1.5k in 1.1.
Nice.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said primalist.
Yeah, primalist.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said I'm glad to be able to say it's both my build and a meta build.
Nice. What are some of the key skills you're using?
I cannot do that.
I'm kind of familiar with like the lower level stuff, like, or I also looked at Beastmaster, so I saw like some of the summons and things.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Wow, I think that was like one of the very first times I ran out of mana.
I cannot do that. I can. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Cannot do that. I 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 cannot. I cannot do that. Cannot do. I cannot
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said it's Scorpion Nova Beast Master, spams the Scorpion's Venom Nova using swipe companion ability triggers and Itura's Blessing cooldown resets.
I don't know what the blessing is, but I like the passive thing. That's cool. like the chain skill.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said Itura's blessing is the single target heal.
Do that.
Oh, okay.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said to know what you mean by chain skill.
Like there's like for example, I have my spear, and then I can chain it into like a dash. I thought you said something about the passive or the swipe does like something extra, or is it just like poison damage?
I cannot do.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said oh the companion ability trigger I getcha.
Yeah, yeah. I was the reason I started playing this character is for some reason I was craving playing, like I said, like a sword and shield. So I have just been kind of playing other games I had in my library uh, to check them out. That's how I started playing this again recently. And one of the games was Dungeons and Dragons Online, just for like the character builder part. And there's a paladin in there. And so their build, they have a shield bash for one of their damage specs. So like it was similar, like you were saying, like just keep killing stuff and then have extra hits, and I like that. This one I'm actually I know it's kind of like tanky, but I'm working towards trying to do like sword and shield so I can also use ring of shields every time or when I block occasionally. So I'm hoping to get that soon. Um, yeah, I still need a couple more
Cookbook
points,
underscore SSBM.
Said yup.
or not actually ring of
Technically this
shields.
char can run sword and shield as a pretty good setup though only with a life-based build.
What kind of weapon types are you using? I assume like a two-hander. Typically, other than that with the shield, obviously. I thought this was going to be short. I only needed 3 more, but they're on the other side of the map.
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said 1H axe plus offhand for running maps. Swap offhand for shield for survivability and for a second axe for damage on bosses which are dodge or die.
Nice.
I cannot do that.
I just realized that there's shape-shifting skills for the, I forgot his name already, but that guy. And, I didn't even know there was a bear mode. Like, so there's like a bear in here, and then I think there's also a Spriggan. I was looking up transformations.
I cannot do that.
Are either of those any good?
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said yeah they're kinda neat. ATM I believe it's Bear Swarm Blade Spriggan.
Oh wow. I didn't think of actually like stacking transformations. Here's the boots I'm trying to get. Advent
Cookbook
of the
underscore
Erased.
SSBM.
Said no as in Bear is better than Swarm Blade which is better than Spriggan.
Oh, I see, I see. Sorry, I didn't catch the greater than sign. Um, yeah, it makes sense. Like a healer spec and like a tank spec.
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said not really.
I cannot do that.
Is the bear just pure damage?
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said Spriggan does totems which really struggle for single target even within Druid which is pretty bad at it in the first place.
Oh wow. I would have thought a tree would be like a healer. I mean, I guess it probably still is, but yeah, I guess that's where its source of damage is. Or is it just like a buff support class?
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said nothing is a buff support class in this.
Okay.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said some of Paladin's heaviest healing specs are also its best solo specs for example.
Yeah, the build I'm actually following recommends I still be using healing hands, but I just haven't started leveling it yet.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said Swarm Blade kinda has some single target but poor clear if it goes that way.
Yeah, I guess I was trying to figure out what Swarmblade or uh yeah, Swarmblade is. I don't know that skill, but I was picturing kind of like an AoE. I'm looking it up though. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I know what you're talking about. For some reason, when you said Swarmblade, I was thinking like not another transformation, but like a name of a build. My bad. Yeah, that's like the insect form, right? Yeah, that's agility. That's like the damage form, I guess I would have called it. I don't know if it actually plays that way, but I guess, between those three.
Cookbook _ SSBM.
Said and like, there's a couple standout bear form builds with tornado spam and this lightning one I've seen.
Nice. I always like the tornado builds in Diablo 2.
Cookbook _ SSBM.
Said but overall druid is kinda the weakest primalist mastery ATM with its struggle with single target.
I assume endgame is a lot of bossing. Like, the trash was probably not really much of a threat.
Cookbook _ SSBM.
Said nah, you kinda gotta do both.
Okay. I I don't mind it, the farming of trash, but it typically seems to end up like not that valuable, but that's good to know. Like especially when you get that flow going where it's like good XP and not like a super spongy. You know, like I assume they obviously are going to take longer to kill, but there's that happy medium.
Cookbook _ SSBM.
Said so basically you need to be able to boss to get high, and typically you have some mono boss or another you need to farm for something, but once you
Cookbook _ SSBM.
said are up there and have the boss item farmed, it's all clear.
Preferably not, I'm guessing, kill a siege golem 40 times.
Cannot do that. I cannot stand down or die. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down. I cannot do
Cookbook
that.
_ SSBM.
Said not the absolute worst one if you're gonna spend a bunch of time in one of the timelines it spawns in, but not ideal.
Are any of the dungeons good? I used a lens to like filter out the dungeons just because they seemed like if I needed keys that was going to be a lot of time.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said if you're low corruption then doing rare enemy kill prophecies in Soulfire Bastion is worth it?
Okay. I read one of them. I only really looked up one. I don't remember which one it was, and because I had a key for it. But it was one that required you to use like some kind of shield. I'm guessing you like carry it around with you, but it was fire. It was like a do the fire event or something.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said you end up swimming in keys.
Okay,
I cannot do that.
good to know. So I can just save them and then farm them later,
I cannot do that.
or not even need to farm them, just for prophecies or whatever.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said that Soulfire Bastion yet. You get a sorta energy shield that blocks either all fire damage or all necrotic damage.
Did the other dungeons have like some kind of unique mechanic like that too? Is that kind of what makes them a dungeon?
Yes. Take care.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said yes. Lightless Arbor has a light that follows you around and grows weaker when you take hit damage. Enemies outside the light take less damage, and if you're outside the light you take more damage.
Nice. Makes sense, Lightless Arbor.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said Temporal Sanctum has Titanfall 2 timeline swapping.
What does that mean? Like you go between like two timelines to fight like the same boss or something? Or you have to like do something on each side?
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said you swap between Ruined and Divine Era.
Okay. I didn't know if it was that full like map shift or if it was just one of those like wormholes.
Cookbook_SSBM.
Said yeah, random walls, use the swap to dodge big boss nuke.
Nice. That one actually sounds fun. Just I don't know. I'd rather have to like run to something than carry something like the first one, like the fire one. That one sounds the hardest to me. Do I need 500, don't I? Oh, wait. Oh, is this the like to complete the echo?
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said temporal sanctum is the hardest yet. Assuming you're in the like sweet spot of needing to deal with the mechanics, it's the highest skill check of the bosses.
Do I want to do these quests? Like, is this just for extra stability, or is this how I start, like, to complete this one? I think I need 500. I don't know how
Cookbook
this...
underscore SSBM.
Said you need to do them.
Okay.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said nah so.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said you only need to get up to that third lock.
Oh, really? I thought I had to... Okay. But then the quests are required also?
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said then you can fight the boss and complete the timeline.
Okay. I guess the quests probably aren't required, but just extra loot and stuff, or XP maybe.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said yeah, but you need to do the quests.
Okay, I will.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said basically they just unlock at certain levels of stability and you can only access each subsequent one after completing the ones before it.
Yeah, I saw there was like in parentheses said stability, but I didn't know what it meant.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said only the boss costs stability.
Oh, okay. So, if I have extra, does it carry over to the next area?
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said no.
Oh, okay.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
I just realized I don't even need to be killing all these guys, but I guess maybe XP.
I cannot. I cannot do that. I can. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Are there ever any like fail conditions where I accidentally kill something, it like I lose flat out? I was playing another game recently that
Cookbook
did that.
underscore SSBM.
Said no.
Okay, good. As long as I can just take off in a direction and start getting some progress.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said Monster Hunter Capture Quest.
Yeah. It was that D&D online game that it
Cookbook
was.
underscore SSBM.
Said gotta love that row flow.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said oh.
I almost ported out again. Just didn't realize I had to do more stuff here.
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said whelp. Another several hours of farming with no amulet drop I want.
Makes it that much better when it does. What amulet are they looking for?
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said an oracle's amulet. Less damage over time taken base. With T7 flat HP Regan.
Nice. I was actually wondering if eventually damage over time was a threat or even that worth it for me. I assume, high enough damage it would be, but things seem to be dying so fast.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said I don't think your build works with dot.
No, mine doesn't. I don't either. I was while I was leveling just because of the loot that dropped for me. Like I was temporarily gearing for like elemental damage a little bit because I have some fire damage, but definitely much faster with the burst.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said but also damage over time from enemies gets very high at high corruption.
Oh yeah, with like the penetration. I'm sure it's also going to be extra hard because I'm building mostly physical, I think, but I'm sure I'll have other stuff. But like high armor and block, I don't think that really does much against like magic damage.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said armor does less against non-physical damage types but still does some.
Okay.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said block doesn't care though, if it's a hit it's all the same.
I had a couple. Well, this shield actually, I probably have seen better, but I really like its effect.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said neither protect against dot though without extra modifiers for armor.
I was trying to find. I didn't know like if it was something in here. Like a, I don't know what the stat would be to protect against dot damage.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said you had a pair of gloves that had armor mitigation applied to dot.
Oh. So, wow, that would be crazy. I don't remember that stat. It was on armor somewhere?
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said nah ones you'd looted, not
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. You're right. I'm not even trying, and I'm starting a key collection.
Do not do that.
Oh, I was saying earlier too, like, I don't know how long it'll last. It was probably a lower level gear
Cookbook
roll.
underscore SSBM.
Said in general the way you'd mitigate dot as sentinel is percent armor mitigation applied to dot and health gain over time mechanics like leech.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said also straight less damage taken modifier items.
Yeah, I think I saw this, the flat damage one. Can't remember what the percent armor mitigation, if I've seen too much of it, or if I'm even building for it.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said I believe you have a chest armor base for it which is one of the best bases in the game, there's an experimental affix on gloves for it and there's a unique helmet with it.
Cookbook
Nice.
underscore SSBM.
Said oh also a glove base, eternal gauntlets.
That's like, okay. The actual base item is Eternal Gauntlets. That's, is that like an implicit then? Like the armor? Oh my god. This mob
Cookbook
density.
underscore SSBM.
Said yes. The
Nice.
Sentinel chest base for it is called Champion's Regalia. It also has 700 armor.
Nice. I've been craving higher base like armor on a chest piece, but I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't like tiered up in the drops. Oh, I think I saw like so those base items. I think they stopped dropping new stuff at 300. That would be something like that, right? Oh, sorry, 300 corruption maybe. I don't know. I was watching a dev stream the other day, and that's what they were chatting about. One of the things.
I cannot do that.
This mob density is crazy.
I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said nah, the only things locked behind corruption ATM are some boss uniques.
Okay.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said all regular item bases are simply area level locked.
I cannot do that.
I truly was not paying attention when I accepted this mission.
I cannot do that.
Kind of just expecting more of the same. Or are these soul vessels?
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I cannot do that.
That wasn't good.
I cannot do that.
Oh shit.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said highest required level for bases is 87 for armor and 81 for weapons.
Nice. It's a good motivation at the moment. It's like far enough away that I'm driven to get there, but not like one or two away. Hell yeah. Okay, so I actually had a plan for this. I think it was maybe that one. Hold on one second. Hopefully I don't die. That'd be really embarrassing after I kill the boss. Yeah, it was that one.
Cookbook underscore SSBM.
Said anyway, time to go to bed for me.
Yeah.
Cookbook
That's cool,
underscore
man.
SSBM.
Thanks.
Said night.
Later.